I was working this weekend, but yesterday I was able to have a bit of relaxation and slow time. All right, you guys. Isaac, don't be calling me out for being late, Lauren. We had the 8 to 10, so that's why we had to quickly change over the set. And it was a lifestyle show with Marissa, so that meant clothes and handbags, and those are a lot of big items to move off of the set. So that's why Isaac, okay? Now, it looks like we also have San and Kosh joining us. Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome again to Shop LC. If you are not familiar with Shop LC, we're actually a home shopping network. So think, just like what you would think when someone says home shopping network, right? Good old fashioned, order things from home, order things off the TV. We like to keep up with the times here at Shop LC, and so we haven't restricted ourselves or limited ourselves to the cable television space. We've actually now broadened into live streaming as well. So we're on all kinds of social media platforms. You might be tuning in from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even our own website, shoplc.com. We also do our live streaming from there. And if you ever miss a show, maybe you are just a major fan of the live streams, I hope that you are, or if you ever want to see a show on a specific gemstone, like let's say you were just in the market for rubies, you can go to shoplc.com to our live streaming tab, and you can actually go down and find a show on rubies. Like we do a specific shows. Now we have mixed shows as well, but we'll oftentimes do specific shows. So I think last week I did a multi-tourmaline show. So if you're looking for a piece of tourmaline, maybe you're looking for a birthstone, whatever it might be, you can actually zip on back and find those shows on our live streaming tab. So I love it. I think y'all will love it too. It's a really great way to shop. I've been doing these live streams for a little over 2 years now. And so really gotten comfortable in the space, and we treat it like a family. Okay. We really do. I like to call this the little live stream family. It's a community. So use the comment section, chit chat, engage with us, because we like to have fun. We really do. And y'all are the co-hosts of this show. So it's myself, DJ's behind the scenes, making it all happen with the tech. But I'm your host. I'm your solo host here. So if you want to be our co-host today, hey, you have the opportunity. Use that comment section and be the co-host of the show. Now, today's show is going to be our Gold Rush show. And I always say we really are in a bit of a gold rush right now. Like it has been a frenzy when it comes to gold. Gold prices are soaring higher than they have ever been before. I mean, it's just mayhem out there when it comes to gold. And, a lot of people tend to think, oh, I've already missed the boat. Like I can't get into gold because it's already too expensive. I'm already priced out. I missed my opportunity to get in on gold. But I have news for you. You haven't, not yet. But if you keep waiting, you could. Okay. So don't keep waiting. I always compare it, and it's a silly comparison that most of us might not get, but have you ever seen those heatless curlers? You wrap your hair around them. So I saw those on social media probably for about 3 years, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's no way those work. Those are so silly. Then one day I saw them at a discount store, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy these and try them, because maybe if they do work, they would completely change my life and save me so much time curling my hair. So I got them. I tried them that night. Y'all, I haven't had to use a curling iron nearly as much. I still do in certain moments, but I use a heatless curler almost every single night. I sleep in it. I wake up. It takes me 3 minutes to do my hair when I use a heatless curler. So here's the thing is I waited 3 years. That's 3 years that I could have been having the convenience of having to do my hair in 3 minutes versus 30 minutes. But I kept waiting and waiting, thinking, oh, that's silly. That's goofy. Well, I think a lot of people might be going, oh my goodness, y'all are so silly. Like gold, okay, it's going up, whatever, not a big deal. It'll go back down. But I love your Isaac said gold will never be zero. Even if it goes down, it will go up again. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the gold trajectory, y'all know I'm not a financial advisor. Isaac will actually be the first person to tell y'all I'm not a financial advisor. Although Isaac, I did take a screenshot of my phone yesterday because if y'all needed proof, remember I said I've not been going to Dutch Brothers, okay? I have not. I've been not going out for coffee as much. Literally, I got a message yesterday from Dutch Brothers saying, miss your face. Let's reunite with 50% off your next drink. Okay. That was from yesterday. That is how long it's been since I've been to Dutch Brothers, is they literally messaged me saying, hey, we miss you. We're going to give you 50% off, because I haven't been there in so long. Like, it's been months and months and months. Y'all know I used to go like a couple of times a week. So I'm actually doing really great on my finances. Okay. Isaac, you're one of the 8 fans. I'm one of my own 8 fans. You should all be a fan of yourself. You gotta start with yourself. But yeah, you made a great point with gold, Isaac, is gold will never be zero. So when we look at the overall trajectory, and you can pull that up online, the gold chart, it obviously has dips, right? But the overall, remember in math class we learned how you draw like a line through a chart to see the overall trajectory. It literally overall is up, up, up. So just keep that in mind today as we're looking at gold, because as our resident Aussie, Mr. Steve Milne, says, gold is wearable wealth. And it really is. It's kind of a tangible asset, something you can wear, something you can enjoy, but it's likely potentially going to go up in value at the same time. All right, so that's a little bit about gold and where we stand, where we're at in gold, not just at Shop LC, but the entire world has been in this gold frenzy. We went to the Vicenza Aura show, and I'm sure I'll tell you many things about that show, but we went there in September. Myself, our vice president, we had someone from our creative team go, and y'all, hearing Encore negotiate gold was so interesting, because everyone has just been kind of like, in a not an uproar, but in a little bit of a frantic mood about, what are we doing with gold right now? How are we going to sell gold and maintain prices? And so it was very interesting to hear the conversations being had, because these gold vendors are like, yeah, we simply can't do that. And Encore's like, well, if you can't do that, then we can't buy it, because our customers expect a certain price point. So I think you'll be able to feel confident in what you are purchasing with gold here at Shop LC, because we are maintaining old gold prices, at least for the time being. A lot of these pieces have been in our inventory for a while, so we're able to, think about what we bought them for and then sell them accordingly. Isaac, now post receipts of your $200 shoes. Isaac, it has been like almost a year since I bought those shoes. Okay. Yes, I will keep you posted as well on the Wrangler audition. I don't know how that went, y'all. Okay. So how do you shop? Remember how I was telling y'all, comment. Like, the comment section is going to be popping today, okay? Because we're going to be chit-chatting. And also, that is how you shop. So if you like something, you actually see that right up here, it says shop 1. That is how you're going to shop. You're going to comment the word shop with the item number. Shop 1, shop 2. I will make sure to mention that before we move items. Like, okay, if you love this, make sure you comment shop 1. But also, it will always be up in the top. So if you're like, ooh, yes, I want that chain, go ahead and comment. I always like to tell you guys and remind you, we cannot instantly charge you. Like, we don't even have your credit card on file, so it's not going to be an instant charge to your bank account. But what we'll do is that will trigger a link to be sent to your inbox. So once you get that link, you can then take that and check out. Now, we do suggest you check out within the next 48 hours, because we got a surprise. There is a coupon code. It is good for all of our live streaming items for 48 hours. So it gets you 25% off. That code is LIVE, LIVE 25. Live 25. You see that right there? Oh, my head is right in front of it. Live 25. That's going to get you 25% off. Okay? 25% off on your purchase. What else? Live 25. You get $50 or more free shipping. So that's another bonus. And I believe today or tomorrow is the last day of clearance on our television broadcasting. And something else you should know, you guys, is when we're on TV and we're in clearance, we have no returns. It's a all sales final, kind of last in stock. But here on the live stream, you will always have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if you're someone who's just not really comfortable shopping without the ability to return, no worries. Shop with us on the live stream during clearance, okay? It's a little time to get to know us over here in the live stream space, and you still have the comfort of knowing, hey, I've got 30 days of easy breezy returns, so easy, and it's basically like risk-free shopping, because you know you can return it, and you're going to get free shipping on, I'm pretty sure, everything in today's show. So let's kick it off. Let's get into some gold. If there's anything I forgot, I will let y'all know as we move through the show. But that covers kind of the starting points of how we get going here with this gold show. Now, we're going to start with a really beautiful piece. And I love this because it's a pendant, but you're actually getting the chain as well. So it's a full piece in gold. And this pendant, I've actually never seen this pendant before. We've had some really gorgeous floral pendants in the past, which we do have a floral ring coming up. We've had, my goodness, did you remember we used to have those huge gold rings? Oh, yeah. The huge gold flowers, I mean. Mm-hmm. They were massive, you guys. And this is similar styling. So if y'all remember that, when we used to have those gold rings, I keep saying gold rings, gold flower rings. They were gold, but they had these massive flowers, kind of like intricate petals. We are now bringing that to kind of a similar design, but different, right? Same, but different. You actually have a heart underneath. And this is kind of similar to the Mirage collection. So the Mirage collection, these were pieces with a little bit of negative space, almost like a very strong netting in gold. That was kind of the foundation of these Mirage collection pieces. So as you look at the back of that heart, you'll notice you got some of that negative space. It's almost like this mesh in 10 karat gold. Now, these pieces will likely always be in 10 karat gold because you want the strength, you want the durability of that 10 karat gold. When you're working with negative space, when you're looking with fine lines, you really do want the 10 karat gold because it's going to have more strength, more durability, right? Thinking about gold, think of it as a pie, right? We get a pie. Thanksgiving is almost here, right? So we're going to talk about pie. You get a pie and you cut it into 24 pieces. I know you're probably thinking, Lauren, if you cut a pie into 24 pieces, those are some pretty small slices, huh? Well, you can always come back for seconds, okay? But when we get that pie and we cut it into 24 pieces, 10 karat gold is going to have 10 of those pieces pure solid gold, and then 14 of those pieces will be added metal alloys. Now, metal alloys are essentially going to add strength to your gold. So for me, I love to wear 10 and I love to wear 14 karat gold because I'm a little bit harder on my jewelry. I kind of bang things around. I set things on my dresser. I bought a 22 karat gold ring. It was my first purchase actually when I started working here. I think it was I think I'd been here 3 months and I was like, I'm going to treat myself. And so I got this 22 karat gold ring. Actually, Stephanie, our old live stream manager, she bought it as well. We loved it so much. And y'all, I made the mistake of thinking, oh, I can wear this every single day. Because that's what I do with my jewelry. A lot of people ask, oh, what's your favorite gemstone? I love gems, but my favorite kind of jewelry is gold and silver because I like pieces that I can wear every single day, whether I'm going to the grocery store or whether I'm going to, a dinner date. I like to have the same, wear jewelry that I can wear the same every single day. So I started wearing this gold ring. It was right around Christmas time. I was wearing this 22 karat gold ring to go take my dog out, to go shopping in the mall, to do literally everything. And next thing I know, I bent it, y'all. I literally bent the ring. And that's because 22 karat gold, you're going to have 22 of those pieces of your pie in gold and only 2 pieces of metal alloy. So you're getting a lot less of that strength. Gold on its own is much more malleable. So if you are someone like me who's a little bit rougher on your jewelry, keep that in mind as you're shopping today. But it really does come in handy when we make these very intricate pieces, right? So you see the heart, that's the backdrop, the base of your pendant, but then you actually have a flower right there in the center. So we're kind of incorporating some of that floral design. So I was mentioning those rings because I'm thinking, hey, if you've purchased one of those big floral rings, that ring right there in the center is very reminiscent of the floral ring that you likely own. So you could actually mix and match this in to your collection with your floral ring. Now, looking behind me here, you'll see you also have kind of almost what looks like ribbons flowing from underneath that flower. So you've got the heart, you've got the ribbons, and then you've got the flowers. You've got a lot of different kind of layers and levels to this pendant. And it just makes it, it makes it have so much character. That's what I'm looking for. There's so much character. There's so much charm in a gold pendant like this. We could have just done a basic heart. Nothing wrong with that. I love a basic heart, but there's a lot of character. There's layers to the styling of this pendant. And I have a surprise for you guys because guess what? The 20-inch gold chain is coming with it. And this is not a standard simple pendant chain. Look at the quality of this chain. It's nice and thick. Got a really nice look to it. It has a shimmer to it. It has a sheen. Kind of has a mirrored-like finish. Now, that's going to sit at 20 inches on the neckline. I know for some of us, 20 inches, you're going, oh, I don't know. That's going to dip really low into my blouse. You can always swap it with an 18-inch chain that you have. But here's the thing. I have 18 inches. I have 16 inches. I have 20 inches when it comes to pendants. And I like that because it means I can layer. I can wear multiple different pieces at once. I can wear an 18-inch pendant with a 20-inch pendant. So maybe you already have a pendant that you wear on an 18-inch chain. Well, perfect. This is going to sit a little bit lower And then you can wear your 18-inch pendant right there above it. So it allows you to layer up your gold jewelry. And again, you guys, typically when we have a pendant with a chain, it's a very minuscule chain. It's kind of just a basic little dainty chain, right? Y'all know what a pendant chain is. I'll describe that to y'all. This is not a standard pendant chain. This is almost like a snake chain, a small miniature snake chain, because it has like a flow to it. It has almost this cylinder-like presence. So you're getting major bang for your buck, because you're essentially getting the chain, I would almost say, as a gift with purchase, because you guys, the price point on this, outrageous. It is outrageous in a good way. Not, oh my goodness, that was outrageous. $799, not just for the pendant, but for the chain. So for the entire necklace, you're starting at $800. Now remember, we are offering a coupon code that is going to get you 25% off. That is mega, you guys. We're talking about gold. So 25% off, that's bringing us down to $600. $600. Ooh, that's what I forgot to tell y'all. Budget pay. Because that's another bonus of shopping with us here at Shop LC, is you have budget pay. Now, when you go to most stores, they'll say, oh, do you want to open up a credit card with us? It'll get you 25% off today, or, whatever the thing might be that they offer. Actually, I feel like 25% off is more than they traditionally offer. But here at Shop LC, you don't have to open a credit card. We simply have something called budget pay. And what budget pay is these are portion out payments. So today, $600 will be your total price for your necklace. Now, you apply the budget pay, and that is going to bring you to $120 to get it home. There's no interest. It's not a line of credit, right? It's not a credit card, so we're not running a credit check. And there's also no setup fees, convenience fees, nothing like that. What's going to happen is when you go to checkout, you'll select budget pay. You'll input your card information. They're going to run that first $120 today plus tax. And then over the course of the next 4 months, it's going to be flat payments every single time. 120, 120, 120. Super easy breezy, you guys. And I just love that we do that, because honestly, I don't really know many places that you can do interest-free payments. It's unheard of to find interest-free payments. And so I love that we are able to offer that. Again, take a look at that. There are so many intricacies in that heart design. You've got the flower, you've got the ribbons, and you have the heart. So you're doing all of that for $120 on budget pay. And this is the time. You're going to pay for it now. You pay $120 in November, $120 in December. By February, it's paid for. So maybe you're gifting this as a very special Christmas gift to someone in your life. Well, here you go. Get it now. You will be able to pay this out over time. And you're not going to feel that stress, that bogged down feeling come holidays, right? Christmas, Hanukkah, quickly approaching. When those holidays come and you're trying to pay for all the gifts, you want to go do festive fun activities with your friends and family. You want to get your special little coffee drinks, the chestnut praline lattes at Starbucks, the little special things that you like to treat yourself to. We all have our different things. Maybe it's getting hot chocolate and walking around looking at Christmas lights. You don't want to feel so stressed out, like, oh shoot, I just spent $800 on, or actually $600, because remember, you guys, it's down to $600. I just spent $600 on this gold necklace. I really shouldn't go do that thing. And then you're going to be sad because your whole family or all of your friends are going to be out. They're going to be looking at Christmas lights, be going to the mall. They're going to be doing all the Christmas outings. You're like, oh, I want to go. So use your budget pay. It allows you to have those extra funds for the fun stuff in life, the funds, right? The fun stuff money. That is a great way to utilize budget pay. I use it on literally everything, you guys. Even if I buy something like $100, if budget pay is an option, believe me, I'm using it, okay? So this pendant right here with the chain, remember, with the chain will be shop 1. You're going to go ahead and comment shop 1 if you are interested in our heart necklace and chain combination. Absolutely gorgeous. Final peek there at your pendant. Let me take a measurement as well. I forgot to do that. Bail to base, you're looking at 1 inch. The heart itself, from top to bottom, is 3/4 of an inch. So it's a nice size on the heart. It's not a teeny tiny dainty heart. And y'all saw that up against my chest as well. It is quite prominent in size. It's not teeny tiny. All right, that will be shop 1. Now we only have 2 pieces kind of in this very intricate design. Aside from that, guess what? It's going to be chains. Okay, we are doing chains all day.
I see what you
after
did there.
these. Yes, after these first two very detailed pieces, we're going to be having a chain show. Which, speaking of, we're going to get into one of those chains right now. We have a 1.5 millimeter rope chain. Now, I love a 1.5 millimeter rope chain because guess what? This can actually serve as a pendant chain for many pendants. Now, of course, you want to check the bail. Y'all have all known my long adventure in trying to find a chain for my cross pendant. I broke the cross pendant chain here at Shop LC. I was in the host room. I was changing in between shows, and I had a turtleneck on. And I took the turtleneck off, forgetting my cross was on, and I broke the chain. Well, y'all, this cross that I have, it's very sentimental. I got it the day I was baptized. I was baptized in this cross, but the chain has to go through the back of the cross, so it doesn't like have a bail. So it is so small that I cannot find chain that will fit with this cross. So it has been a journey. I finally found one. It's actually not gold. It's actually vermeil. So it's 18 karat gold over silver, but it's one of the ones that we featured on our show in Italy. So that holds a special meaning as well. But y'all, it took me so long, like nearly 2 years to find a chain for that. And now I haven't even put it on there because in the meantime, I put a sterling silver chain and it got knotted. So I'm just a wreck, you guys. John knows. I texted him this morning. I was like, hey, is there anyone who can cover TikTok? And he's like, I don't have you on TikTok. I'm losing my mind, okay? I'm all over the place. So if you're scatterbrained like me, don't worry. I get it. Now, this is a 1.5 millimeters, 1.5 millimeters on your rope chain. So it's kind of a double wear. You can wear it on its own, simply as the rope chain. So standalone gold chain. But you can also wear it with the pendant. So if you wear it with the pendant, it's going to give you a nice, like, strong hold if you have a larger pendant in gold. But then if you wear it on your own, you can tell it doesn't, like, get lost on the neckline. 1.5 millimeters is kind of that perfect size where you don't just say, oh, like, I can't see that. It kind of disappeared. It's too dainty. There is such a thing as too dainty, right? We have gotten into kind of these, what were they calling it? Like micro jewelry, like very, very small pieces. That has become more popular recently. But I would say with a chain like this, you're not getting into that micro jewelry category. It's still prominent, it's still noticeable. And again, this one's done in 10 karat gold. So if you were looking for a chain that you can wear every single day, this is a really great chain for that because it's durable. It has the durability of 10 karat gold. So you can go to the gym in this. You can take your kids to school in this. You can go shopping in this, go to the grocery store, do your daily workout. I guess that's part of going to the gym, right? Watch TV on your couch, sleep in it. Like, you don't have to worry about taking this chain off. You can wear it every single day. And so I just love that. I think it's so special when you have something that kind of can just become a part of you. And keep that in mind as we're shopping gold today. I always tell people whenever we do gold shows, a lot of times when you find that perfect gold chain, you might not buy 10 gold chains of your lifetime. You might, if you can, more power to you. But many of us will have one gold chain that's like our chain. It's our signature chain. And people kind of know, oh, if Lauren's coming to the party, she's going to have her rope chain on, right? Like, you become synonymous with your chain. And that's very much so what happens with gold chains. So 1.3 grams of gold. This is going to be at 20 inches. So I would actually personally love this chain because I could wear my 18-inch cross right here. I could wear my 16-inch heart. And then I could just kind of frame that with a layer of gold with this gold chain. So you're getting layers of jewelry. And layering up, you guys, is all the rage. I know our Shop LC customers, y'all like to shop jewelry, okay? You like to layer jewelry. You like to style your jewelry. Isaac, yes, Marissa will be doing the TikTok, okay? And I'm trying to see if you had any other. Okay, I think that was the last thing you said. Isaac, are you off today? I think you are. You're normally off on Mondays, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you might be off today. Y'all, the price on this chain is going to blow your mind. I can't even believe you can do gold at this price point. So starting price was $310, okay? Now, we are going to apply that coupon code. Oh, is this the Gem Hunter?
It's Gem Hunter.
Oh, we all have. Are we getting to keep these?
That's your copy. You got a signed copy from the Gem Hunter
We
himself.
all got signed. Oh, my goodness. He actually put our full name in there. Wow, snazzy. Okay. That's exciting. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. Jennifer in the house. She just dropped off if y'all didn't know, Tony actually wrote Stories of a Gem Hunter, which is a book all about adventures of gem hunting. But he gave us signed copies. How sweet is that? And it's actually got my name in there. Wow, that's amazing. Thanks, Jen. You just made my morning. How exciting is that? It's so sweet. So, that's just made me smile. Aw. So yeah, y'all, Tony, he actually was on an Amazon show about gem hunting as well, where they went to like all these outrageous places around the world finding exotic gemstones. And y'all, a lot of those gemstones we actually sell here on Shop LC. So y'all are in the right place. Y'all are very lucky to have found Shop LC because we truly do bring some of the most exotic, hard to find, hard to afford gemstones. We make them affordable. We make them realistic. So you have those options. All right, you guys, price on this is insane. $310 is your starting price. $310. We're taking 25% off. It brings us down to $232.50. $232.50. What a gold chain for under $300. Absolutely incredible. Gotta say, I'm actually slightly tempted to get this one to layer up with the pieces that I currently have. Not gonna do it. I'm on a budget, but still. And then we've got 5 budget pays. So that brings you down to $46.50. $46.50 to get this home, try it on, and fall in love, because you will fall in love with a chain like this. You really will. It's something that's so wearable. And for me, I want my gold jewelry to be wearable. I want it to be pieces that I'm going to wear over and over and over again with this outfit, with that outfit, dress it up, dress it down. And this is going to be one of those chains. Now, this might be your starter chain. You might wear it for a year and go, you know, I think I need to go up to like a 3 millimeter. I think I need to go up in size a little bit. I'm ready for a little more, you know, pizzazz in my chain. A little more oomph. Thank you. Because this one does have pizzazz. Look at the sparkle in the neckline, y'all.
A little more razzle dazzle.
Definitely some pizzazz there. But you might start thinking, you know, I really do wear my chain every single time. So I'm gonna get some little more oomph in it. A little more wow factor there. All right, friends. That was a $46 budget pay to get home a gold chain. This is not vermeil. This is not gold over. This is not gold tone. This is genuine gold. And y'all, if you went out there and you went shopping, let's just say you go to the mall. I love the mall, but our prices always beat the mall. You could likely find sterling silver chains in most department stores for this price, which was $232. Yeah, you would definitely find sterling silver chains at the price. So get your gold and get it here at Shop LC. This gold chain, your 1.5 millimeter, is going to be Shop 2. Okay, Shop 2 for the 1.5 millimeter chain, gold chain. Isaac, you're funny. He said, buy it. You saved $6 on coffee. Isaac, you got to think, I've saved much more than $6 because I have been resisting Dutch Brothers for like 3 months. Actually, probably more. I think the last time I went was like June. So July, August, September. Okay, 3 months. 3.5 months. So yeah, I've probably saved, I don't know, a couple $100 on Dutch Brother coffee. All right, friends. Now this is going to be your Milano chain. Ooh, okay. Italian gold, baby. This is your Milano chain. Now this is a 3 millimeter. So we've doubled the size going into this one. So if you are, maybe you already have your 1.5 millimeter, you have a 2 millimeter, and you are looking for that little extra oomph, that little extra wow factor, this is going to have it. But there is a very distinct look on the Milano chain. So we were looking at a rope chain. On option number 1. Now the Milano chain it starts out with a rope chain, but then we add to it. Okay, so we said add some details to that link to give it a completely different look. Now this is actually going to be 24 inches. So 24 inches, that's 2 feet of gold, 2 feet of glorious gold. And you know, there was actually a time we were in the middle of clearance, and there was it was 18 karat gold for May. I always try to coordinate, and I had these gold buttons on the sweater. I was like, oh yeah, I need to wear this sweater for a gold show so the gold can match with my gold buttons. Look at that on the neckline, y'all. Absolutely gorgeous. So we had a show, and it was vermeil, it was gold over silver, but we had this chain, and it was 24 inches, and my grandma was watching, and I was like, oh, get one of these. And she was like, but do you wear 24-inch chains? And I was like, well, I'm going to layer it with my other gold pieces. So yeah, it sits longer, and for some of us ladies who might be going, oh, I don't know, 24 inches, that's long on the neckline. I know traditionally I like things to sit high on the neckline, because I don't wear, super low cut blouses. And so I like higher up neck pieces. But even think about it. We're heading into the winter months. So right now I'm wearing this sweater. Now earlier I had it opened a couple of buttons and you could see the 20-inch chain perfectly. If I were to wear the 24-inch and I had it all the way buttoned, it makes a really nice kind of substantial look on the neckline on top of the sweater. Amanda, welcome to the live stream. Yes, so cool, right? This styling on this, and I haven't even gotten to the best parts of the Milano chain, but it is so cool, so neat. Again, this one will be in 10 karat yellow gold, so you're going to have the strength, the durability. Ladies, if you're gifting for the gentleman in your life, get them some 10 karat gold. 24 inches is really great for the guys as well. Guys have bigger necks than we do. It just is what it is. I know Chris can wear a 20-inch chain, but it's pretty tight. And for me, I need some room. I need some room around my neck. Hunter can do a 20-inch. He definitely can't do an 18-inch. But
I've been looking at the 20 inches.
Oh, you can do 20 inches?
I can do 20 inches.
John can do 20 inches. If you don't know, go with 24, right? There's nothing wrong with a chain hanging lower. So that's an option as well. But definitely go for that 10 karat gold because it's going to give you a lot of durability. This one in particular is going to have 5.98 grams of gold. Okay, 5.98 grams of gold. And again, 2 feet of gold. 2 feet of gold. So you're getting a lot of gold length there. And you're getting some really great gram weight. Now with this one, I do want to talk to you about the Milano style. So you are going to have a lobster claw closure on this. But the Milano style, remember a minute ago I said that we are looking at the base of this chain. It starts as a rope chain. Okay, so it starts as a rope chain. You'll notice that here. But then you have these twists. So after you have the rope chain, and it's about 3 to 4 twists in your classic rope, then you have these larger, more prominent, almost bars or twists. And you're going to have 2 of those. And so those kind of act as, and I'll take it off to show you that, they're kind of like elongated portions of the rope. So it doesn't stop the rope continues on as it is, but they're these elongated portions. So you'll see that there. You've got these 2 at a time, elongated portions in your rope chain. So it takes a very classic chain, and I'm trying to see, I think we're going to have another Milano chain coming up, a couple of Milano chains, different sizes coming up. But if you already love your classic rope, maybe you even already own a classic rope, this is going to be a good layering piece because they're going to match really beautifully. You'll take that classic rope chain styling and then you'll incorporate these little links. So it's like matching and incorporating. So, they're very cohesive. Oh, these flow really beautifully together. That's what you're going to get when you start looking at a Milano chain. You'll see that you have the overall look of a rope chain, but then you have these. So imagine, I'm going to bring out a rope chain that we're going to have in a bit. And I want to show you how beautifully these work together. Oh my goodness. I love it even more than I thought I would. Whoa. Okay, I want y'all to see this. So we've got the Milano on the bottom. And then you've got the rope up top. And see how, because the overall, like the underlying theme is a rope chain, that Milano just beautifully layers with the rope. And that's because underneath it, the base of that really is a rope chain. So those go beautifully. So if you already have a rope chain, I think the next addition to your collection should definitely be a Milano chain because then you can just layer these so beautifully. And it creates a really cohesive look on the neckline. Now, starting price point for this, remember, we're at nearly 6 grams of gold, 3 millimeters on your Milano. It's going to start at $12.40. Take that coupon code. That is going to bring us down to, oh my goodness, you guys, we're going under 1,000. Under 1,000. That's going to bring you down to $980. $930. And then you've got budget pay. You're paying $186. So you can actually get home gold for under $200 on your budget pay. Wow. And that's substantial. That's big. Now, I love in today's show, we've kind of got different things at different price points. So we've got gold for everybody, right? So we had our first chain that was more of a, just kind of, it was more of a starter chain, more of a dainty chain, could be that pendant chain. But that was at a crazy price point, $45 on budget pay. You now this one, $186 on your budget pay for the Milano style. This one right here, this will be shop 3. Shop 3 for our Milano chain. Now, like I mentioned, we will have some additional Milano chains coming up, but that is what we are starting with. Isaac, let me know, what'd you do this weekend? I know you were working, but did you have any time to do something fun? Let us know. We are curious. I want to know. Y'all know me. I like to chit chat. I want to know all y'all's juicy scoop and info. All right. So shop 3 for your Milano Italiano. And I got to say, you guys, when we get into Italian style gold, that's going to be the best of the best. It really is, because Italian gold, Italians just do it right. There is a certain level of craftsmanship. There's a certain level of artisan work that Italians do. They don't skimp on anything. I don't want to knock anyone else, but Italians do gold best. And it's very evident. And Italians, they're not shy about it, right? Like, I'm not saying Italians are cocky or egotistical, but Italians know that what they do it well. And so Italian gold, even thinking back to when Ankur and I were in Italy back in September, we were going to a lot of different vendors, and it was great because I kind of got to be a fly on the wall. I got to really learn and see how Ankur negotiates. And, there was a moment where we'd be talking with vendors and he would say, well, I'm actually getting this same chain from Turkey for such and such price. And the vendors would say, well, but it's not Italian. It's not Italian gold. It's not the same. It's not the same quality as our gold. So the Italians know, right, that they're the best when it comes to gold. They're not shy about it. They know that they're the best. I always say it. Italians are the best at gelato, coffee, handbags, pizza, pasta, and gold. And there's some other things mixed in. They're really good at silk, I think, as well. So Italian made gold. It's what you want. We're actually going to continue on with additional Italian gold here. And this is actually a gold piece that Ankur and I sold on my gold show in Italy, live from Italy. So always exciting to see this piece. It is absolutely gorgeous, very substantial in size, very substantial. This is, y'all, I love it so much. Okay, this is your Italian Rosetta. Okay, it is your Italian Rosetta. So the Italian Rosetta, and we did do this one on the live show, but every single one of these links looks like a little rose. So it's like the links are twisted into this round formation that looks like a rose. So it is graduated. Those little rose style formations are going to get larger as you get to the base of the neckline. So this is not just a chain, this is a necklace. This is creating an entire work of art on the neckline. So you see there that Rosetta styling. It just gets a little more prominent right here at the base of the neck. Now, this one is going to be at 18 inches. Y'all know my favorite length, 18 inches in a chain is the way to go, especially if you want something that's going to be noticeable. If you wear the higher up necklines, this is going to be noticeable even with a more high neckline. Now, you are getting 13 grams, you guys. Did y'all hear that? 13 grams of gold. 13 grams of gold. Holy mackerel. That is amazing, you guys. That is a lot of gram weight in your gold. 18 inches on the neckline, 13 grams. And it's the Italian Rosetta styling. So this is not a run-of-the-mill chain. This is a chain that has so much style, so much character, so much articulation in that style. It is so fancy in style, if that makes sense. It's very fancy. Now, it does have a lobster claw closure. I'm about to put this on the neckline because y'all gotta see this. Make sure I have it in the right place. Okay. Gotta see this on the neckline. Ooh, Isaac, yum. Isaac went to K-Pot with Lexi. Oh, K-Pot sounds so good right now, especially because they're freezing us out in this live stream room. I definitely use some hot soup in my life. I actually slept with my patio shade. I had the shade, but I had the door open last night to keep it cool in the room. Little free air conditioning. I didn't have my air conditioner on last night. I just had the shade open, or the door open with the shade. And it was great because it allowed just enough so that I wasn't getting hot, but it wasn't too cold. It was actually perfect. So look at that rosetta on the neckline. Now here it is on top of my sweater. And I want to show y'all some things on top of sweaters because we are getting into the winter months where honestly, you're probably going to be wearing a lot of sweaters and maybe some turtlenecks, maybe some items that are higher up on the neckline. And so if they're higher up on the neckline, you kind of want to know, okay, this is what it's going to look like if it were on top of the sweater. And I feel like it presents beautifully even on top of my sweater. Now, of course, it incorporates really well because my sweater also has, the gold buttons. So it kind of matches beautifully. But now let's see if I were to have my sweater open, which this is a sweater that I wear open sometimes. I wear it up to the top sometimes. I'm goofy like that, okay? Look at that. Oh my goodness, I am in love. Hold on. Hold on. Y'all, I gotta get it straight on the neckline. It's hard. Hard to make sure I have it in the right place. There we go. Okay, so you have the perfect graduation so that you have the widest part at the base of the neckline. I just love the Rosetta. And I feel like it's such a classy look. This is something that I imagine you would see like Jacqueline Kennedy wearing, right? Or, Melania wearing. It was actually kind of funny the other day. I said on there, I was like, man, I feel like I'm the first lady right now. And I think everyone thought, what does that mean? I'm like, the first lady is classy, okay? First ladies, they wear, their suits. Like, that just means it's a classy piece of jewelry. And this is something that I imagine the first lady would wear. It's very classy. It's very elegant. It has that prestigious look to it. All right, you guys. So there you go. There that is on the neckline. Now we're going to have to take a peek because this actually is a 5-star rating, but let's get to the price real quick. We've got $2,870. That's your start price. We're going to get that coupon code, which brings you down to $2,152. So $2,152 with 5 budget pays. That takes you to $430 utilizing your budget pay. All right. $430 utilizing your budget pay. Yes. Hello, gorgeous. That's right. That is the Rosetta chain right there. Oh, I love this. Okay. Tammy actually sent a photo of her wearing hers. So if you want to take a peek at that, comment shop 4. That allows you to not only add this to your cart, but you can also see Tammy's photo in her review. She said, I love this chain. Exquisitely made. It's a beautiful standalone. It doesn't look like 10 karat gold. Looks like a higher gold count. It's a keeper. That's something I hadn't even thought about. This is done in 10 karat gold, so you get the benefits of the 10 karat gold, the durability, the strength, but she's so right. It looks like it would more be a 14 or an 18 karat gold. It has a richness to it that looks more like it would be a 14 or 18 karat gold. Isaac, don't worry, I'm not afraid of cat ladies, luckily, so it could be a whole lot worse. I've had plenty of trolls come after me, especially in the past few months. I got some thick skin up in here. Definitely got some thick skin. But I will be the first to say, I think our first lady is gorgeous. I think she's classy, elegant, complete class act. If I could have her wardrobe, I would take it in a heartbeat. All right, you guys. Yeah, I love that. I love that review. And I love that she's wearing it because it's one thing to see it on me, right? You know, to see it when, you know, I'm polished and ready. Tammy, she's got it on in her house. She's got it on in her home. And so you can really see it like in the way that a lot of people would wear it, because this is a chain that you'll wear over and over and over again. So it's going to be shop 4 for your Italian Rosetta chain. It's like roses all the way around the neckline. What an elegant piece. And remember, when you see these higher price points, I know we're at over $2,000. I'm not saying that's like an easy purchase, because even for me, that wouldn't be an easy purchase, right? That would be a purchase that I would have to be like, ooh, that's more than my rent. Okay. That's like 2 months of rent there. So that would be something I would definitely have to think about. Depends on your financial situation, but that's when budget pay is so helpful, right? That's when budget pay can really help you out, but please never overextend. You know, I don't want anyone to ever be stressed or feel like they are in a bad financial situation because they purchased something from me. Like, that doesn't make me feel good. I don't want to lead y'all to that place, okay? So I'm going to slip this off, and we actually have our first bracelet of this show. Excited for this one. I love this bracelet. We've shown it quite a few times, but it's a really gorgeous style. Yeah, friends, please don't overextend. And again, I mention that because there's going to be so many items on today's show at different price points that you don't have to overextend. Like, there will be something in your budget. So don't feel like you have to push yourself to the limit, right? Like, if you can't make something work, just wait, because there's going to be something else. Get that first 1.5 millimeter chain, or wait until we have one of these pieces that just fits in your budget. There's something for every budget here. So don't make yourself feel like, oh, you know, I need to get something. I need to get this thing. I need gold. I got to get this. I got to get that. No, you don't. Get something that works in your budget that you love. You can find both, believe me. All right. This bracelet, y'all. I love the style of this. So this is the Infinity Heart link. So to me, it's less of an infinity style, and I more call this kind of like the X's and O's. It's like the hugs and kisses, but instead of the hugs being the round, like the circle, the hugs are hearts, right? And a hug is a heart. A hug is a heart. So you have the X's and O's, but in the heart styling, and I love it. Now, you've got the X's and the hearts, and this is done in 10 karat gold as well. So all 3 sizes are available. We have 6.5 inches, we have 7.25 inch, and then we have 8 inches. So we've got 3 sizes available in your hearts, and let's call it the hugs and kisses, okay? The hearts and kisses, because you'll know XOXO is like hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. In that XO styling, the hearts, and we've got the X's. I'm trying to get on. Big lobster claw closure there on the back. So that actually made it pretty easy to get on. You know, a lot of bracelets can be quite difficult for us ladies. Pretty sure the sample is an 8 inch. So it is kind of slipping down my wrist, okay? So don't worry, you'll get the size that fits your wrist, but it is slipping down my wrist because y'all know me. I'm like Miss Petite Wrist over here, so I'm just like, whoop, that thing's gone. It is flying down my wrist, but I absolutely love this, you guys. I love this style. I think it's so feminine, but a lot of times we think feminine means it has to be very tiny. It has to be very, very dainty, and that's not really the case. Feminine can just be in the styles. Too cold. Feminine can just be in the style, right? So those hearts, the hearts make this feminine. It doesn't have to be teeny tiny to be feminine. The hearts make this so feminine. And I love this too because it's an everyday wear bracelet, right? Oh, Isaac. Isaac said, I wish I could hug Natalie again. I'm sorry, friend. We haven't talked about Natalie much in a while. I'm sorry. I know we think it gets easier over time, but there's still little moments where things slip in, and I'm sorry, Isaac. But did she move back? Did I imagine that? DJ, wasn't she moving back at one point?
I have no idea. I'm not caught on the lore.
DJ's like, I don't know all the gossip y'all talk about on there. It is so sweet though, you guys, because every other link is a heart. I'm going to try to show y'all that with this black backdrop here. So I feel like probably can't focus when y'all are seeing my face. So you see the hearts and then you see the X's in between. And so there's actually no like empty space, no negative space. It's all gold that you see there on the wrist line. Now, again, this is one of those pieces. It's prominent enough that as we enter into the winter months and you're wearing long sleeves, you could wear this on the top of your sweater sleeve. You could wear this on top of your long sleeve. So, you know, more dainty pieces, you would have to wear it like, you know, on the wrist, and then your long sleeve would cover it. But you can actually wear this on top of your sleeve. All right, you guys, so take a peek. Actually, I'm going to show you here one more time, another way to see it. You see the heart, the X, the heart, the X. So it's like the hugs and kisses, but with a heart. So it's a sweet addition to a very traditional style, which is the X's and O's, hugs and kisses style, but we've incorporated the heart. Starting price point on this one is $1,180. We are going to take that coupon code off, which brings us down to, ooh, I love it, under $1,000, baby, $885. Okay, $885 with 5 budget payments. That brings you to $177 on your budget pay. So under $200 to get it home, start enjoying it. And this is 5.7 grams of gold, you guys. 5.7 grams, so almost 6 grams again of gold. $177 to get it home on your budget pay. And what I love here about Shop LC, the price does not change based on the length. Okay, so obviously when we look at an 8-inch, gram weight's going to be different than what we see in a 6.5-inch, but you don't pay a difference. Okay, you don't have to pay for that different gram weight. We want you to get what's going to fit your wrist. We want this to fit your wrist perfectly, and so we will accommodate that. Regardless, everyone pays the same price on that. But friends, don't forget, when you check out, the coupon code is not automatically applied. I feel like some of our customers they comment shop 5. Okay, that is going to be what you comment for this bracelet, shop 5. They comment shop 5 and they're like, oh my goodness, you know, I went to check out and my discount wasn't applied. I do the math for you behind the scenes. So the price I'm telling you is your clearance price with your coupon code, but you have to put in that coupon code, LIVE25. DJ has it in the comments. You can check that out there, but it's LIVE25 Live 25 so that you can get your 25% off. Amazing savings. Okay. All right, friends, that will be shop 5. Isaac said, if I quit Rogaine and Taco Bell, I could retire soon. Oh my goodness, Isaac. Would that be your savings? I don't believe you. I don't believe you spend that much at Taco Bell. Y'all, I haven't had Taco Bell in a while either. Man, look at me. I'm so good. I'm just kidding. I've had plenty of Panera. So, but last time I did cook dinner. Really yummy. Made some homemade mac and cheese with, so I found this mac and cheese recipe online. It's really good. It's like shells with, pretty basic, but it's really yummy. It's butter, milk, Parmesan, grated Parmesan, and pepper. So yummy. So I made it like a couple weeks ago. And then last night I did it loaded. So I did the mac and cheese, and then I added chicken breast, bacon bits, broccoli, and peas. So I got some protein and I got some veggies in there, and it was so good. I didn't bring it for lunch today because I felt like it's kind of a heavy lunch, but I'm going to have it for dinner when I get home. I will be in heaven. I will be in heaven. It is so yummy. Such a comfort food. All right, you guys, if you want that recipe, let me know. Find me on social media at Miss MISS Lauren Masters on Instagram, Lauren Masters on Facebook. I'd be happy to send you that recipe because it is a very easy mac and cheese. I'm probably going to make it for either Thanksgiving or Christmas. My mom doesn't do turkey. So some years we'll do like a small turkey breast and cut that up for my grandparents and myself. Some years we just do all sides. And so we've been looking for good sides. And I made mac and cheese one year and it was just kind of like underwhelming. Like it wasn't the greatest mac and cheese. I don't know. I just found the recipe on Pinterest and it just wasn't that good. Like it was just it was all right. Like it was mac and cheese, but it was basic. This one's good. This one's really good. So maybe I'll try that for Thanksgiving or Christmas. We might do the small turkey breast for Thanksgiving, but maybe for Christmas, if we do the sides, I'll do the mac and cheese in combination. Isaac said, I did my budget and that's all I spend money on besides bills. Isaac, do you know what you need to do? Get the Opatra cap. Get the Opatra cap when it's on clearance, and then you don't have to buy any Rogaine. You can just use the Opatra cap, and that'll help with your hair growth. And then buy like tortillas and black beans and lettuce and tomato at the store, and then make like yummy, healthier bean burritos at home. You even get whole wheat tortillas or spinach tortillas. So being a friend, okay, Isaac. Lisa's in the house. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for your share of my video and for your sweet comment. I so appreciate you. You're so kind. Okay, so time for another rope chain. And we're kind of just working our way up, you guys, in rope chains. So we started with a 1.5 millimeter rope. Okay, we are now getting into a 2.5 millimeter rope. I love the 2.5 millimeter if you're just wanting that slight upgrade. Now, this one's going to be 24 inches. Okay, so this is a longer length. Something I'll say, if you were looking for a particular millimeter and maybe you don't want that length, go to our website because we have a variety. So you could type in 2.5 millimeter rope and see if you can find a smaller lengths. We probably do have that. Now, Isaac said cheaper to get a $5 box. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes it is, you guys. It does. I was just saying this to someone else. I was like, honestly, sometimes it's cheaper for me to like eat out in some instances. Like here in Texas, we have Rosa's. DJ, do you like Rosa's?
They're pretty cool.
So Tuesday is Taco Tuesday at Rosa's. And you get 3 tacos, rice and beans, and 2 tortillas for $6.59. That is cheaper for me than cooking. Because for me, that lasts as 2 meals. Because I'll have 1 taco and the rice and beans like for a meal. And then I have 2 more tacos for lunch the next day. So in that instance, it's honestly is cheaper for me to eat at Rosa's, get it to go, than it is to actually like cook food, like make meals. So there are definitely instances. I saw this hack too. An influencer I follow, she had posted last week, if you used, I think it was DoorDash, you could get this like Chipotle bundle. It was meant to be kind of like a catering bundle, but they had a coupon on it. So you got like a huge container of your choice of meat, a huge container of rice, like I'm talking this big, huge container of beans, 20 tortillas, chips, a thing of salsa, lettuce, sour cream, and then you could choose either queso or guacamole. And it was like all for $50. And she was like, this is my meal prep. Like I'm going to eat this literally all week. I can make burrito bowls. I can put like some of this stuff in it, in eggs in the morning. I can put, I can make little tacos with it. I was like, dang, that's a really good deal. I already had done my meals for last week, but I was like, that is a good deal. Cause it would be the same for me. I could eat that for like 7 days. Like $50 would last me 7 days. For sure. Like that much food. Like if you saw the portion she was getting, it was crazy. Like I think if you had a family, it would be like one big meal. But for someone who's on their own, yeah, that could be every meal for the entire week. It was a really good hack. There's always little hacks. I follow a couple too that they do to go and they get kids meals at all these different places and rate them. And there are some restaurants where the kids meal, you get a lot of bang for your buck. Like I think it's Saltgrass Steakhouse. They have like a kid steak with 2 sides and it's a really good deal. Oh, Isaac said he would probably get 2 orders at Rosa's. I don't know, Isaac. Their taco plate on Tuesdays is pretty fulfilling. Like it's pretty big. You might not need 2. You can get 2 pounds of tortilla chips at Aldi for $2 or a pound. That's a good deal. But I don't know. I still think this deal was really good. I'll have to send you all that reel. Okay, now 2.5 millimeter. Something I've got to mention about this. So this has 2.5 millimeter laser rope chain. And I might be going, okay, laser rope. What does that mean? What's the difference of a laser rope to the rope chains we were looking at earlier? So a laser rope means essentially it has diamond cutting. Do y'all see the sparkle that this rope chain is giving off? It is twinkling, okay? Twinkling. That is what laser does, is it gives it the sparkling with this diamond cutting. "24 inches on the neckline." Ooh, look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. 4.1 grams of gold. Now this one again is in your 10 karat gold. Now this is one of those pieces that I look at it and I'm like, okay, it honestly, it looks like minimum 14 karat because it does have that richness to it, which it might be the light reflection from the laser diamond cutting that is giving it that look. 4.1 grams, 10 karat gold. Ooh, y'all are going to love the price. Traditional rope, but with the laser, and that is an upgrade. So traditional rope with the laser is going to give you more sparkle. Yes, Lisa said it perfectly. It's reflective. That's what the laser cutting does, is it allows the light to just reflect off of that chain and give you this major sparkle factor that you don't get with every single chain. So I love that. I've always said it, not all rope chains are created equally, right? So some rope chains have that sparkle factor. Some are not, I don't want to say dull, but some are more toned down. And it's when you get the laser cutting, the diamond cutting in those links that you really get that reflective look where the light is just shining off of that gold chain. So 24 inches on this one. We had the 1.5 millimeter. This one was 20. So I'm going to show y'all how you can layer these up. And see, I love that. Now, this one, obviously, this one does not have the laser cutting. So it's a little, I don't want to say it's dull, but it's a little less like showy, right? It's got a little more of a subtle look to it, but it's also one that you could put a pendant on. So you're getting the best of both worlds. Now I'm going to show this to you. I have my black tank top underneath. So I'm going to show this to you with my black tank top as well, if you didn't have a sweater. But remember, sweater season is upon us. Like, I actually walked out of my apartment this morning with this sweater in Texas, and I wasn't burning up. I was like, oh, okay, this is actually sweater season. Like, it is here. It has come. Well, I don't know if it really is here because by the time I leave work at 4 p.m., guess what? It's going to be pretty warm. Okay, so there it is directly to the neckline. You've got your 20-inch, 1.5 millimeter, and then you've got your 24-inch, 2.5 millimeter, okay? So that could be with an open neckline. You can wear this either way, open neckline or over top of a thicker prominent sweater. And then here's the look of layering. Now, of course, you could also layer this with a Milano chain. Lots of different ways that you could layer up this chain. Okay, you guys, we have 30 seconds till 11:11. So when I have morning shows, if you've been with me forever, you know I do an 11:11 moment. This can be a prayer. This can be a wish. This can be a chance for you to take 3 deep breaths and just set yourself up for a prosperous day. We get really rushed oftentimes in the morning. I know I set my alarm, I rolled over, I fell back asleep, I woke up, I was like, oh shoot, I gotta get ready. So let's take this minute together. 3, 2, 1, 60 seconds. Use it how your heart needs today. There's a lot of chaos and we could all use some silence and some stillness to reflect. All right, you guys, about 15 seconds there. Continue on. Do not let this moment pass you by. There's very few moments in life that we just get to be still and have that moment to breathe, to reflect. Life gets really busy, gets really chaotic. All right, friends. Thank you for joining me in that. It's something close to my heart. I've done this for so long. I don't even know when I started that, but we've done that for quite a while in the live streaming journey. So it's something that means a lot to me. So thank you for joining me with that. Thank you, Isaac, for reminding me. All right, friends, price point on this is outrageously good. I keep saying outrageous. And then I realized, you know what? A lot of us think of outrageous as like not a great thing. So I probably need to like stop saying, oh my gosh, it's outrageous. Because outrageous does sound like it's pricey. Y'all, your start price is under $1,000 for a 2.5 millimeter laser rope chain. And that laser, that's a whole extra step. That's a whole extra process to give you this sparkly radiance on this rope chain. Price point is $850. Starting at $850. Apply that coupon code. We're bringing you down to $637.50. Okay, $637.50. What? You guys, 4.1 grams of gold, 24 inches, 2 feet of gold. And look at the glisten and glimmer. Look at the sparkle on the neckline. This is not your average rope chain. This is a special rope chain, okay? It has just such a look to it, a look of luxury. And it's $637.50. 5 budget pays are applicable, bringing you down to $127.50. Okay, $127.50. Yes! This is an incredible deal, you guys. This might be my favorite of the show because I always take into account the price plus what you're getting, right? And that's when I kind of think about, okay, is this an incredible deal? It's like, okay, is the price plus the, does everything add up here? The price and the quality. And this is just, you're getting an added bonus, right? With your, with your sparkle, with your laser cutting. Lisa, thank you for the moment of reference. I am focusing on being a life of well for those I came across this week. You know what? I love that, Lisa. And I think it's really great if we could all have moments like that where we, you know, even when we're just at home, I always say pick a number that's like close to your heart, right? So, you know, it could be your birthday, right? Like, so 7/27 is my birthday. So I could do every day at 7/27. I take that pause. It could be any number for you, but it's really good to have those quiet moments where we allow ourselves to focus in on something. And I love that. I love that you are wanting to be that well of life for those that you come across this week. Because I think we don't always think about the circumstances everyone else is in. And, you know, there's so much going on and people are mad and people are angry. And I think when we put in perspective that we don't know the shoes someone's walked in, or we don't know what they're going through right now, you know, we can just be a light to everybody and be kind to everyone because we don't know what they've gone through in their lives. And so I think that's a really beautiful intention to set for the week. And I think I'll join you on that as well. All right, you guys, this one will be shop 6. Shop 6. Isaac is putting his numbers. Isaac, so let's see, 947. You could do it at 947 for combining your two numbers. Or, yeah, because the others, or 749. You could do that too. If we're combining your numbers for your moment. Got some options. I love it. I love it, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that with us. All right, you guys, we're now getting into a curb chain. Oh, I was like, am I looking at the right thing? Okay, so we got a curb chain right here. Y'all, this one, okay, this is 22 karat yellow gold. This is 22 karat. Isaac, don't say that. Does not. This is 22 karat yellow gold. And so we're really amping it up. So remember we were talking about the pie earlier, right? How when we think about gold carat weight, we have one big pie. What's y'all's favorite pie? DJ, what's your favorite pie?
I'm not too big on pie, but I do kind of like, there's this one that H-E-B makes during the fall that I can't remember. It's like some maple chocolate one.
Okay, that sounds delicious. DJ's not a pie person.
No.
You're more of a cake person?
Yeah.
I get that. Some people don't love pie. I don't think I would ever I don't order pie or think to have pie unless it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. Or key lime pie. I do like key lime pie at a restaurant, like a seafood restaurant. Or lemon meringue pie in the summertime is pretty refreshing too. Great. Now, guys, all I'm thinking about are my different types of favorite pies. Ooh, Isaac, blueberry or apple? I've never had blueberry pie. That sounds good. Blueberry pie, yum. Dang. Maybe I need to try to make a pie for Thanksgiving, a blueberry pie. Maybe a blueberry and a raspberry pie. That would be really good. Triple berry pie, blueberry, strawberry, raspberry. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I've never made a pie in my life. I should slow my roll. My favorite pie, I think, is apple pie, but I like the apple pie with the crumble on top. Not like the Dutch apple. I like the apple crumble pie. Oh, I love the crumbles. With some Cool Whip on there. Yes, please. That sounds delicious. Okay, so we're getting into 22 karat gold. So we've got our pie. We've got our blueberry pie. And this means 22 pieces of your pie are gold. 22 of those pie pieces are gold, pure gold. And only 2 pieces of your pie are metal alloy. 2 pieces of your pie are metal alloy. So you are getting majority pure gold. Okay? So oh, this is the bracelet. I'm showing y'all a necklace. This is the bracelet. So what I love about a curved chain is actually cylinder-like. Okay, so it's kind of like a rope. There's dimension to it. It's 3-dimensional. And so you have a little lobster claw closure here. And this is more of a dainty piece, but here's the difference. Remember when I was talking about the Hugs and Hearts bracelet earlier? Well, with this bracelet, it's more dainty in size, but it's 22 karat gold. So it has a very rich look as far as the color of the gold. So though it's more dainty, look at how vibrant your gold is, right? Like that is buttery, that is sunshine color. That is what everyone wants. Buttery, rich. That is gold in color tone. This one comes in 6.5 inches, 7 1/4 inches, or 8 inches. All 3 will be the same price point. Now, your gram weight on this is more petite. It's a 1.4 gram bracelet, but remember, it's 22 karat gold. So we're amping up to 22 karat gold, little less gram weight, but you're getting more gold purity. So that's kind of an option that it's a personal option for people. You might have a mixed gold collection, some pieces in 22 and 24, and then maybe some higher gram weights in 14 or 10, because that's kind of where the trade-off comes price-wise, right? If you get into higher gram weights, whether it be, you might look at something that, a higher gram weight in 22 karat gold is going to be more than the same gram weight in 10 karat gold. So a lower gram weight in 22 karat gold might be higher than a bigger gram weight in 10 karat gold. See what I mean? So it's kind of one of those personal preferences, but I sure do love the look of 22 karat gold on the wrist. I know for me, that would not be like necessarily the smartest decision because like we said, I'm, banging my jewelry around, going wild about the town. So, but with a bracelet, it's definitely not as likely that you're going to damage it as you would with a ring, right? Okay, you guys, starting price on that is $660. Ooh. Taking the coupon brings us down to $495, and then you have 5 budget payments. You're looking at, ooh, I love it, $99 to get your bracelet home. You guys remember, here in the live stream space, you still have 30-day returns. You've got a 30-day joy guarantee. Now, this must be a newer item because we have 0 reviews on this bracelet. So if you get it home, if you want to get it home, comment shop 7, apply that coupon code, and then leave a review. Let us know how much you love your 22 karat gold bracelet. This might be your first piece in 22 karat gold. It very well could be. I would be so excited to hear that. Look at it. I'm going to show you with the black back just so you can see. And actually, let me grab the 10 karat gold next to it so y'all can see the difference in color. Okay, so there's your 10 karat gold versus your 22. There is a major difference in color. 10 karat gold is lighter, and then 24 karat gold is more of a orange, very vibrant. Now, not to say one is better than the other. Okay. That's the thing, is one isn't better than the other. It's personal preference. Some people could afford 24 or 22 karat gold all day. They like the lighter tone that you see in a 10 or 14. So it's like with tanzanite. I always say, don't feel like you have to get quad A tanzanite. Maybe you like the non-graded lighter color tanzanite. No problem. That's okay. That is totally fine. It's about personal preference. You know, it doesn't always have to be the highest carat weight. It doesn't have to always be 22 karat gold. It's what you like. It's what you want to wear. It's what you feel good in, right? Okay, shop 7 on your bracelet, $99 on budget pay. Lisa said, oh, I need easy recipes for a dessert for Thanksgiving that is gluten-free and sugar-free. Ideas. Gluten-free and sugar-free. You know what? Actually, my friend Jen makes really good. I don't know if they're great for Thanksgiving, though. She makes really good peanut butter cookies that I think are like gluten-free, sugar-free, and dairy-free. And we're friends from church. She brings them to all of our church events. And they're like the first thing to be gone, which is crazy because they're gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free. And yet every single church event we have, her cookies are the first thing that there's like none left. It's like you have to get them as soon as she puts them out because everyone goes running for those peanut butter cookies. And yet they have like all of those things not in them that you would think would make them not as good, but they are so delicious. Like she shows up at one of our events and everyone's like, did you bring peanut butter cookies? She's like, yes. Everyone loves them so much. So, I can send that to you, Lisa. But I don't know if it's a good Thanksgiving recipe. Like you might want like a cobbler or something like that. Okay, you could do cookies. I'll send that to you because they're really yummy. And they have they don't have any of the things. You know what, Lisa? I'm exactly the same way. Lisa said I actually prefer 10K. It's better for my clumsiness. It's more durable. I am right there with you. Everyone knows. Everyone knows about me breaking my 22 karat gold ring because I'm the same way. Like, I'm not like delicate with my jewelry. I'm thumping around. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm taking my dog out. I carry my dog down the stairs a lot of the times because she has a lot of hip pains. And so I'm always like doing things, and 10 karat gold works better for me. Isaac, are you leaving us? Isaac said, have a great day, Lauren. Okay, Isaac, well, we're going to miss you if you're heading out. Isaac, by the way, how's your mom? How is your mama? I've been thinking of her. So let us know if she's doing all right. Okay. Sending prayers your way to your family, Isaac. Okay. Now we are getting into a different link. Actually, a link we have not yet seen today. This is our Italian glitter gourmet chain. And so what I love about this is at first glance, you would just think, oh, okay, it's a link chain, but every few links, you actually have this laser cutting, which gives off this little sparkle, this little glitter. Isaac said, I'm going to get my hair cut. Ooh, have a good haircut. Hopefully it looks good. It will. It will. Have you all had those haircuts, though, where you go in and you're like, okay, this is what I want. And then they do your haircut and you look in the mirror and you're like, that is not what I wanted. And you don't say anything. And then you get in the car and you just are like, well, for me, I get in the car and I start crying. I'm like, no, my hair is ruined. Why did they do that? For y'all, you might just go, oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted. But I'm a very emotional person, y'all know. Isaac, 2 doctor's visits a week, but she will get better. Thank you. Okay, Isaac. Keep us updated. Keep us updated if there's anything specific. We can be praying for her. So, yeah, keep you in my heart. Okay, you guys, let's try this one on. Now, this is, again, back to your 10 karat yellow gold. So, great for Lisa and I and any of you out there who want to rock your gold every single day, right? So, you're not wanting to get into the 22 because you're like, I'm going to wear this gold every single day. I need something that is going to be very easy to wear, very strong, very durable. Now, it does have a lobster claw closure there on the back. You'll see that. And oh my goodness, y'all. The pricing on this is incredible. I haven't even gotten to it yet, but I saw it and I had to mention that. 2 carats, 2.45 grams of gold on this one. Look at that on the neckline, y'all. It has that glitter element. So I'll show you that on the screen behind me. It does sit at 20 inches, so you've got a little more length there. And of course, you'll see here when I have my sweater opened, it just kind of fills in that space. And so if you're someone who does kind of maybe wear your sweater a little more open like this, you'll notice there you have your link chain. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, Isaac, the woman I go to moved away, so trying to find someone new. Ask your friends. Ask around who knows a good hairstyle, hair trimmer, barber, hair cutter. I don't know. Hairdresser. It's hard to find one unless you, like, once you have someone you know, you're like, oh, I only want to go to this person. So find someone that you trust. Okay, 20 inches on the neckline, the Italian glitter grumette. Now, again, we're getting back into Italian gold. So that is going to speak for itself right there. When you see the word Italian in a gold piece, we know we're hitting kind of another level in that gold category. Okay, it's not just gold, it's Italian gold, and that's a big deal. So 2.45 grams, 20 inches on the neckline. Absolutely in love with this piece, you guys. It's just gorgeous. Now, let's take a peek here at what we can do with our pricing. So we're starting at $540, which is amazing. That's why I said, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm not getting to the price yet, but it's going to be good. We apply that coupon code. We actually bring you down to $405. I want to say this is the, aside from our rope chain, our first rope chain, our more petite rope chain, this is the lowest priced of the show, but it still has such an elegance to it. So it's not like you're sacrificing style at that price point. And then you have 5 budget pays, which means, oh wait, DJ, do we not have budget pay on this one?
Oh, it's weird. Let me refresh it.
It just shows the total, but we would have to at that price, I would think, which... I guess they could call the personal shopper.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay, for this one, y'all, call the personal shopper because I can't imagine they wouldn't offer a budget pay. It has to just be a little glitch. So call the personal shoppers and they'll figure out a budget pay. It's probably going to be 5 budget pays, so you'd be about $81. If we did it with 4 budget pays, you'd be at $101. So there will be a budget pay option. Call the personal shoppers. Here's their number, 888-835-2237. They work specifically with the live stream, so they'll be able to help you out on these specific products. So call them, let them help you out, because there's going to be a budget pay, believe me. We only don't do budget pay on items like $20 and less. So there will be. They can help you figure that out. Look at that on the neckline, though. And then, again, I want to remind you guys, I'm going to put it on that black background, that between these different links, you have these links that have this diamond cutting. Again, we're kind of back to that laser technology that the Italians love to use that we saw on that rope chain, where between, I want to say, let's see here. It's actually every other link. So every other link has that texturing, and that's what's going to give it the glitter effect that you see. Y'all see that glitter factor? That is coming from the fact that every other link has that diamond cutting. There we go. All right, friends, this one will be Shop 8. Okay, Shop 8. Ain't it great, right? And you know what else is great? Tony. Tony's in the house. Tony said, hey, Lauren and everyone. Happy Monday from Chicago. First off, sending prayers to Isaac for his mom for a full recovery. Second, what a pair of gold necklaces. One to keep, one to get. Yes. Thank you for those prayers for Isaac. I know he sure does appreciate that. It's been a time for him, so I'm sure I know he appreciates that. We all appreciate you, Tony. It's always nice seeing you here in the live stream. We've got such great gold pieces today, Tony. Like, truly, it is so good. The pricing is amazing. The quality is amazing. We've kind of mixed in some Italian gold, so we've gotten into those really like nice, stylized, detailed pieces, as well as some of our classic styles that we see in gold, because Italians are always kind of on the cutting edge of technology, right? They take the rope chain, they add laser. They take we had the rosette. Look at this, Tony. The rosette chain, amazing. It's like little roses. I can't even call them little. Prominent roses all the way around the neckline. Gorgeous. Okay. Now we are getting into our first Cuban chain of the show. Well, hello. Okay. Talk about big, talk about bold, talk about fabulous. So what I personally love about a Cuban chain is it sits directly to the skin. So when we're getting into some major gram weights, which we are, this Cuban, you guys, is 17.5 grams of gold. 17.5 grams. That is the highest gram weight we've had of the entire show. And you feel it. Like, okay, it's heavy. There's a nice sound to that, right? It is heavy duty. So you will have an insert tab closure on this one. It's actually going to have a double safety. So again, speaking to that gram weight, when we get into those high gram weights, we're going to incorporate those little protections, right? To make sure that your necklace is going to stay on the neckline with things like an insert tab closure, with things like your double safeties on those. And let me pull this one. I always have a hard time with these. Hunter typically is like, you got to do this, you got to do that. I don't know why. There's like a trick to this, and I don't seem to get it right. I did it. I did it. Okay. 6.7 millimeters. So this is also the thickest millimeter that we have seen of the day. So let's do that insert tab closure. Okay. Whoa. Now I'm going to show this one on top of the sweater because this is a perfect example of gold that you can wear in the wintertime with your thicker sweaters, and it is not going to get lost in the cable knit sweaters. It's not going to get lost in the thick, chunky pieces. This is substantial enough that you can wear this on top of your sweater and it stands out, right? Look at the way that stands out on the neckline. But again, it sits perfectly flat to the skin. So if you did have an open neckline, this is going to flow across the skin. And it just, we're talking about big gram weights. You want to feel that gold, right? Wearing your wealth, wearing that gram weight. 22 inches on the neckline. So this is the first 22-inch chain we've seen. We've had 20, we've had 24, we've had an 18. This is going to be the first 22-inch. So great for the ladies, great for the gentlemen as well. I always love the Cuban for the gentleman. I feel like it's a masculine style chain. Now, not to say the ladies can't wear it. It's just a nice bold look. But I don't know why. I always kind of associate the Cuban with the gentleman. So, gentlemen, if you are looking for a special chain, I think this one is amazing for you guys. Ropes as well. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Gold is for everybody. But just the styling of the Cuban, to me, has that masculine essence to it. But you guys, this is just one of those moments for like anyone who wants to get major gram weight in gold, here's your chance. It's 17.5 grams of gold. Like, that is a showstopper wow factor right there. This is going to be your 10 karat yellow gold. So again, great reason for the gentleman to get this because we know they break things a lot. Just kidding. Actually, that was Hunter. I forget what show we were working on together, and he said something about moving furniture or something, and I don't know. And I was like, you mean guys tend to break things easier? And he said, yeah. So y'all know it. Y'all know it. Tony said those Cuban chains are tough. The more it weighs and thick it is, the more durable. Yes, that is a great point, Tony. Thank you. This is what I mean when I say y'all are my co-hosts, because y'all bring up points that sometimes kind of slip my mind. I get so caught up, and y'all know me. I get talkative. I'm talking about this and that. So tough. Like, Cubans are one of the toughest links, and it's because each one of these links is substantial, and so you really get a very tough chain. Now, none of these gold chains I could just rip in half. I'm not the Hulk over here, but it's a very tough, durable chain. So this is something that you could wear all the time, never take it off, live in it, love it. And that's what you want your chain to be. And as I get into the price here, so we are looking at $3,600 to start. So as we get into these higher price points, again, I want to reemphasize to you guys, when you get your gold chain, some of us will have the luxury in life to buy, 10 gold chains. Some of us will buy one that we love, and it will become our signature piece, our signature gold chain that we reach for over and over again. So don't let the price be like, oh, I couldn't possibly. Because one, you have the option of budget pay, but two, This isn't the type of purchase you necessarily make over and over and over again, or, oh, you're going to buy a gold chain today and then you're going to buy a gold chain the next show. It's something that you get and you cherish, right? It's like that lifelong chain. Like your grandkids are going to know, oh yeah, my granddad always wore his Cuban chain. It's that kind of piece. So $3,600 to start. We take that coupon code, it brings you down to $2,700. You guys, we took $900 off with your coupon code. That is amazing. $900 in savings right off the bat. And then we've got budget pay. So you're actually going to pay $540 to get this one home utilizing your budget pay. Remember, the live stream, we are not in clearance mode. So you are going to have 30-day easy return. So if you get it home, for some reason you don't love it, maybe you are trying to layer it with another piece, maybe you are gifting it and you want to say, hey, this is going to be your Christmas gift, but I have a 30-day joy guarantee. Will you take a peek at this? Tell me if you love it. You have the time to do that, okay? And then get it in within those 30-day window for the 30-day joy guarantee. This one right here, this will be Shop 9. Shop 9 for our, I think it's our only, yeah, it is. It's our one and only Cuban chain of the show. And I'm glad they brought us this one because we could have had any Cuban chain here at Shop LC. They brought us 17.5 grams of gold. Okay, so they brought us a big, bold Cuban. And I really do love the way it sits on top of my sweater. I really do. Like some have been, we've wanted them on the neckline. This one I think you could wear on top of a sweater, on top of a shirt, and it holds its own beautifully. Like it really does. One more glance at that one. That is going to be Shop 9. Okay, Shop 9 for your Cuban. $540 on your budget pay. And again, you guys, use your budget pay. Use it. I do. I know Matt, who shops here frequently for his wife, he always uses budget pay.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to try to get this over my head because I struggle with these closures, you guys. Hey, that's a bonus. It's 22 inches. You can slip it right over your head. Okay. You might have to take your headband off if you're wearing a headband, but there you go. All right. What do we got next, Deej? Ooh, okay. We got our first Byzantine, and this might actually be our only Byzantine as well. This is a boxed Byzantine. So if you are familiar with the Byzantine chain, actually the Byzantine is one of the absolute oldest links, period. Like it's a very historical link. It's a little part of history with the Byzantine chain. This is going to be a boxed Byzantine. So where you have the Byzantine styling, which is essentially multiple links and multiple links, I kind of think of like all my fingers linking with all my fingers. That's kind of like Byzantine-esque, okay? Well, what we've done with a boxed Byzantine is what would normally be very rounded edges, rounded interlocking. We've made it more squared off. So it's more of like a box around the neckline. So kind of the combination between a box chain and a Byzantine chain. So it's more squared off. It's going to give it a little bit more of a structured look, a sharper look versus like that flowing, rounded presence on the neckline. It's a 3.2 millimeter. So kind of in the midpoint. Of course, we've had 1.5, 2.5. We've had, I want to say we had up to maybe a 4 millimeter on one of these as well. This one's going to be your 3.2. So it's going to be kind of right there in the middle. Very easy to wear. It's not too big. It's not too bulky. Now this one will be a 24-inch chain. So that's 2 feet of gold on your neckline. And I always like to put it in perspective like that, right? 2 feet of gold. Because there's something about when you hear, whoa, 2 feet, 24 inches, it kind of flies over your mind. But 2 feet, you go, that's a lot of gold. 2 feet of gold. Hello. 10.85 grams of gold. Getting good gram weight. You've got 24 inches. It's done in 10 karat yellow gold. So we're back into the 10 karat, which is going to give you that durability that I was speaking of. Lisa was mentioning as well. It's her favorite gold to go with because of the durability. You have a lobster claw closure there on the back. Okay, and here this one is on the neckline. Oh my goodness. I am in love with this one, you guys. Now, I don't traditionally love a box chain. I like things to have a little bit more of a curved edge. I like softer looks, rounded edges, but I think it's the prominence that I'm really loving. I love that it's a standalone, beautiful piece. And again, I'm going to take this so you can see it here. If you were to wear it over your sweater, you could wear it and it shows. Like, it is noticeable. It is eye-catching. But you could also wear it with an open sweater, an open neckline. Maybe you wear it with a blazer, a denim jacket, where you have that opening and it'll kind of be peeking from your sweater. Oops, got caught. And you see it right there. It looks beautiful that way as well. So you could wear it either way, and you get that gorgeous look of gold. And there's just something about Byzantine chains, you guys, the amount of detail. It's not just like we talk about the amount of detail. You really see the amount of detail in a Byzantine. You see the intricacies. You see the fact that you've got like 5 links locked together on every single link. So it gives you this look that's so detailed, you guys. So detailed. Amazing reviews on this one. 24 inches could be for the ladies or for the gentlemen alike. Great layering piece as well if you already have some shorter chains and you're looking for that longer chain just to like frame everything else on the neckline. Your starting price on this one is $2,240. We're going to get that coupon code for you, bringing you down to, $1,680, you guys. So we're going under $2,000. We were at $2,240. We are bringing you down to $1,680. Okay, so under $2,000, and then you've got 5 budget pays, bringing you to $336 on budget pay. Do you have a Byzantine? Do you have a box chain? If you have neither one, you could kind of check both of those boxes in one with our box Byzantine necklace. Look at that. It's so different, right? And you see the flashes of light, very reflective. And it's so reflective because of those flat surfaces, right? We talked about how the box chain, it takes the Byzantine and it sharpens off the edges. So it's more like a box. So that's going to allow the light to just reflect beautifully off the neckline. $336. That is your budget pay price today. Hey, DJ, our screen is going to go in a minute here. And that will be shop 10. Shop 10 on our boxed Byzantine chain. We've got a really great variety, you guys. So if you are wanting to see anything combined or layered, I can absolutely show you those. Now, here is the boxed Byzantine. And I want to show y'all how that would look. That's at 24 inches. But we had the 1.5 millimeter rope. We also had the 2.5 millimeter laser rope. Look at how you could layer all 3 of those. Just decked out in gold. To me, this is such a beautiful gold look when you have gold chain after gold chain after gold chain. And they don't all have to be the same, right? They can each be different and unique. All right, shop 10 for your boxed Byzantine. How's everybody doing out there? How is your morning going? It's almost afternoon, you guys. 15 minutes and it's afternoon here in Texas at 11:45 Central Time. Now we're going to get into another Milano. The Milano we had earlier, I believe, was a 2.5 millimeter. This is going to be a 3.5 millimeter Milano chain. So I walked y'all through kind of what a Milano chain was earlier, right? The Milano is going to include, I'll pull this up. The Milano is going to have the base of a rope chain, but then at certain areas, you're going to see 2 elongated links. So we take the traditional rope chain, we have some portions where we've elongated those links. 3.5 millimeters, you are looking at 26 inches. This is the longest chain we've had all day, you guys. Over 2 feet of gold. 26 inches? What? 26 inches? That's wild. That's absolute madness. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I've got a thing in my throat. 26 inches. 9.3 grams of gold. Okay, so just under 10 grams of gold. Y'all? Frog in my throat. Okay. 10 karat yellow gold. So it's going to be nice and durable. And I want to... okay. Y'all know when that happens. So I want to show you the difference. Here's the 3.5 millimeter and here's the 2.5. It's actually beautiful together. But here's your 2.5. That was from earlier in the show. And then here's your 3.5. So you'll see there's quite a difference there. When we talk millimeters, it's quite prominent. Slip this one over here. 26 inches, you guys. Now this should slip over the head, no problem. Look at that. Bam. There you go. 26 inches on the neckline. By far the longest chain we have had today. 26 inches. This would make an incredible layering piece. If you like to have that longer look in general, maybe just like, maybe you have big pendants, like with big veils that you like to wear kind of right in the center. I know a lot of people do like bigger, like kind of medallion style pendants. If those have a bigger bail, you could definitely use this for a big, bold medallion. Because with medallions, you don't necessarily want them up top. It's kind of overpowering. You want it more in the center. And so I think this would be really great for something like that. But again, we're in Italian gold. So that Milano styling, it's a very distinct style. And if you weren't with us earlier, I'll just kind of show you that one more time. So the overall chain is your classic rope. But then in between, we've got portions of rope, and then in between you have these elongated links. 2 elongated links side by side, and those alternate all the way around the neckline. So I was showing y'all earlier, these pair really beautifully actually with rope chains because you have like a little bit of the same, but then you have that added link in there. So they go really cohesively with rope chains, and I'll show you that now on the neckline. I have the Milano in the 26 inches. Here is your, I want to say this was a 24-inch rope. Actually, it's a 22-inch. Here's a 22-inch rope. Nope, 24-inch. Here's a 24-inch rope. And you see how these go beautifully together because they have that shared common factor of the rope chain. And so they just match beautifully. So if you are someone who collects rope chains, we actually are bringing in some rope chain earrings. I'm very excited for those. But if you collect rope chains, this is going to be a really great addition. Adding in a Milano, it's going to give you something that you can mix and match rather than just having a bunch of rope chains, right? Different millimeters, different lengths. This is something you can add in, and it's going to give you a little bit of contrast, right? It's still very cohesive, still very much so matches with your rope chains, but it's going to give you a little bit of that contrast and character. And I know oftentimes we're looking for that in our jewelry, right? It's a great opportunity to showcase your personality. And so when you find pieces that have character and charm, it just kind of adds to. All right, you guys, so price point on this, we're starting at $19.19 or $19.20 actually. After your coupon code, we're bringing you down to $14.40, and then you're going to have 5 budget payments. So we take you to $288 on your budget pay. $288 on budget pay. This one will be shop 11. Shop 11 for your Milano style chain, 3.5 millimeter Milano. If you were looking for a more petite Milano, we did have one earlier in the show, so feel free to go back and check that one out. That was a 2.5 millimeter Milano, so we've got something for everybody. Of course, the price will be reflective of your millimeter as well as your gram weight, of course. That factors in as well. And I know the 2.5 millimeter was not 26 inches. That is the longest chain of the show. I'm looking at what we have. I don't think we have anything else that's going to go as low as 26 inches. Yes, Tony said, Lauren, you probably choked up when you said that chain is 26 inches. By the way, it looks like 2 different chains, thick in the front while long and thin on the other side. Yeah, it does, right? I know. It's like, wait, 26 inches. How is that reality? We've got some long chains here. A lot of gold we are getting home to you guys. But you're so right. It is like incorporating 2 different chains. You've got the rope chain, and then we're incorporating these portions of this elongated, almost like a paper clip, but like a multi-paper clip link. So yeah, Tony, you're hilarious. Probably something like, what? 26 inches? You kidding me? Okay, now we are getting into a Modena box chain, which Modena is actually the part of Italy where balsamic is from. Balsamic is from Modena. Not this past time with Shop LC, but the year before when I went for my friend's wedding, we actually did a little detour to Modena to get some balsamic, and I use it very, very sparingly, but I have some delicious rose balsamic. Oh my goodness, you guys. And yeah, the whole town of Modena is the balsamic region of of Italy. So 20 inches on this one. I love the way the Modena is pretty much all mirrored. Like it is just reflecting light like crazy. That's one of the really great things about a Modena chain. 20 inches on the neckline on this one. So if you are looking for that slightly shorter, I know we've seen a lot of 24, 26 recently. This is going to give you that shorter look. 2.5 millimeters on your Modena chain. Are y'all seeing the way that's reflecting light? It's like a mirror right here. 8 grams in total on your 10 karat yellow gold. Now this is one of those pieces that, wow, it's like a little disco ball of light, the way it's reflecting. Lobster claw closure there on the back. Slip this onto the neckline. It's so reflective, you guys. Oh, 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 oh. Look at that. That is a stunning gold necklace. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's so like flowy, right? There's no kinks. I love that. I love pieces that are very just like, it's cylinder-like, but it's also just got this flow to it. Like it's movable, right? It's like a snake just kind of slithering around. $16.60 is your price point. We're going to take that 25% off, bringing you down to $12.45. $12.45 with 5 budget payments brings you at $249. 5 payments of $249. I really love that one, you guys. It just is so reflective. I think that's what's really caught my eyes. It's like this disco ball. It's just popping light everywhere. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Ooh, this might be my favorite. I wasn't expecting this to be my favorite, but I really, really love it. Like I said, with box chains, even when we had the box Byzantine, I'm like, I don't typically go for box chains. They're a little too kind of bold, too squared off for me. But the reflective property on this one really makes you fall in love with it. Because I love anything that reflects light. I love the sparkle. I love the glisten and the glimmer. Like that's what I look for in gold. As I look for the sparkle power, I look for the glisten and the glimmer. All right, friends, this one will be shop 12. Shop 12 for your Modena box chain. That is 8 grams of 10 karat yellow gold. There's that reflection. All right, and now we're going to bring out a Palma, the first Palma of the show, in fact. This one is going to be at 20 inches as well, so had some longer lengths in the middle of the show, bringing in some of those shorter lengths here. Lengths. I get caught up between length and length sometimes. This is going to be your 10 karat yellow gold Palma, 20 inches. It's a 3 millimeter with 8.5 grams of gold. So let's kind of see how these 3 millimeters line up. Right now, this was a 2.5. This was a 3 millimeter though. No, that was a 2.5 as well. So looking, we've got the 2.5 on the rope. We've got the 3 on the Palma. So rope chain in general is going to have a slightly daintier appearance. So if you want a bold chain, a Palma is a really smart way to go because it's going to have a bolder look on the neckline. So, oh, Tony, those box chains do not give the elongated look, but it's own uplifting with the shine. Yes, right? The shine factor on the box chain, that's what it's really about, is it gives off that light. So it is very uplifting. You're right. Now the Palma, this one is also going to give off a lot of light. Wouldn't you say, Tony? It's got a lot of reflection to it. I love the reflective properties of the Palma. And again, very fluid, right? And very fluid. I could wrap it up. Look at that. Literally, it does not get tangled. It doesn't get knotted. No kinks in there. 20 inches on the neckline. Lobster claw closure there on the back. Okay, look at that. This is actually very reminiscent to me of the box chain that we just had. Like, I feel like it's reminiscent on the neckline. The way it reflects the light is very similar to what we saw with the box chain. 8.5 grams on this one, so we are getting some major gram weight. And y'all, I have to tell you, the reviews on this one, we have 16 16 reviews, and we've maintained a 4.6 star rating. That is incredible, you guys. Now, you can go look at anything. I know for me specifically, mostly with hotels. Now, oftentimes too, if I'm shopping online, I'll go read the reviews on a product, but it's very hard to maintain like over a 4.5 star rating. So that is really impressive. If y'all are interested, definitely go check those out. Your starting price today is $17.40. We're going to apply your coupon code. That brings you down to $13.05. Okay, $13.05. You then have 5 budget payments. So that'll take you to $261 on your budget pay. Wow. I love this one. This would be a hard decision. So we've got the box chain and we've got the Palma. Now I will say the Palma is slightly more rounded on those edges. So remember I was saying the box chain, it's got squared off edges. This one has rounded, but look, they're very similar in how they reflect light. Very similar in how they reflect light. So if you're wanting something that gives off a lot of light, but you want something slightly, more rounded, a little bit softer in appearance, I would go for that Palma. And that one will be Shop 13. Shop 13 on your Palma chain. Wow, you guys, this one's in demand. We have sold over 50 of these recently. 50 plus have been sold recently here on this Palma chain. So, people are coming in for the Palma. All right, that one will be Shop 13. Shop 13 for your Palma chain with a $261 budget pay. Alrighty, final piece of the show. We're going to bring you a 4mm Milano. So y'all, we've just worked our way up in Milano chains. Great thing is now you already know what a Milano chain is all about. So this is going to be your 4mm Milano, 10 karat yellow gold, 7.7 grams at 22 inches on the neckline. So comparing that, here's your 4mm with your 3.5mm. Now remember, the 3.5mm was 26 inches, so that one would actually be longer, but you'll see the difference there in the thickness on those chains. Both of these are going to have lobster claw closures. Now your 4mm Milano, whew, look at that. That is starting at $15.80. We're going to apply the coupon code, bringing you down to $1,185, and then 5 budget payments in addition to that, which takes us to $237. So we've given you actually 3 opportunities today to get the Milano that works for you, right? The length, the millimeter. There are different factors to think about when going into your chains. All right, you guys, this one will be Shop 14. Tony said, this show is off the chain. I love it, Tony. I was making chain jokes too. I was like, chain, chain, chain. This show is off the chain. You and DJ and everyone enjoy the rest of your Monday. See you again soon. Thank you so much, Tony. I hope to see you again soon. Everyone else out there, I will be back from 2 to 4 p.m. with Moissanite. Yes, one of my absolute favorite gemstones. Moissanite and Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. That's not in the show. That's one of my favorite gems. We will see you guys at 2 p.m. Marissa will be on TikTok from 12:30 to 1:30. Have a blessed Monday, friends. Love you guys.